food storage, water storage, anything like that. Okay, I've moved 50-gallon drums of fluids, and it is nearly impossible to transport them anywhere. You've done it.
It sucks.
You've done it. Remember when we moved those 50-gallon drums out of the trucks, and we'd have to store them in those trucks, the ones of brine cherries? They're 500 pounds a unit, and it is a pain in the butt to move those, to transport them, to take care of those. So if I have those as my water storage and I need to transport them anywhere, if the area where I'm in is impossible to live in and I need to move them, I am not going to be able to take my water with me. So I need something that is pick-upable, stackable, sturdy, lasts a long time. Because aluminum cans, it's going to last a long time.
Plastic melts. Plastic goes to waste really fast. It won't last a long time depending on how long the emergency is.
Plus it tastes weird.
You're right. I after drinking Liquid Death for a while, I'm like, plastic water bottles. If I chug it, I don't mind it. But
yeah. And as far as storage goes, like that, even the container, because like honestly, the flats of water at like Walmart are cheaper. Yeah. Like I could get a way more than what I could get, like 4 times as much through those as I could through if I bought the Liquid Death cases. But it's the transportation, it's the stackability, it's the storage ability that I'm looking for. So same with like the food storage that I've got buckets with handles, big handles, not like those like dinky little like
5-gallon, but like the typical 5.
Yeah. No, like we're talking like hefty handles that are on these things that you can grab with a full fist, so you can actually transport them easily, stackable. They last forever. Like the bucket is just the like I like the what are they called? Patriot Supply. That's like after COVID.
I watched.
Like I started like getting way more into like saving, like doing food storage.
That's
stuff
what we need
and, like,
to start.
doing all that. That is like because I remember. So when COVID started, I dislocated my shoulder at the state hospital. I was up there like working while the world's going down the drain, right?
Yeah.
And like I'm sitting there all night and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is getting crazy. So I would save meals that they would give us from the state hospital, and if there were extras, I'd bring them home.
Smart.
Right? So it's like extra food. Right? I had a plan, and I know it sounds crazy. I had a plan, and I had 2 ducks that I lured into the tent every night, and if things got real, I was going to grab one of those both of those ducks.
Are you being like actual ducks?
Dead serious. Yeah. They at the state hospital.
Were they domesticated?
No. They were wild ducks.
That's crazy.
But what they would do is they would come up, and I like sprinkle, because they'd give us this it was really stupid. I don't know why they had it there. It was for this like oatmeal.
Ew.
Like this oatmeal that they would bring for like 2 or 3 in the morning, and it was awful. It was just essentially raw oats. So like I'm like, yo, I'm not eating that. I just ate a sandwich, so I'm gonna use this. So I'd lure the ducks in with that, and then every night they became domesticated. They'd come in every single night. I give it to them, give them stuff, and like I had a plan that if food got tight, if I needed to get them, I had 2 ducks that I could bring home, and there were starting to be more. I was trying to bring more in.
Talk to their friends.
Oh, dude, because I couldn't do anything. So it's like, hey, I can't go to like a store and fight somebody for stuff. No. So it's like, hey, I gotta. If you can't fight, you gotta be smart. Well, and then there were these deer that were there too. So like I had a whole plan. There was like this fawn I was watching, and it was pretty slow. So I was like, all right, that's gonna be what I want. Because I knew where they slept. Okay. Because at the state hospital they have this orchard there that like they don't harvest. So there's like a whole bunch. So
they don't harvest the fruit.
No.
So it's just basically like a couple apple trees or something.
It was like half. It was a good sized orchard. That's good. It used to be bigger because they used to have the patients like pick it and sell it, just kind of like work into like learning some kind of skills and stuff. So they would still do that, but it wasn't to the scale where all the fruit was taken off. So it would attract a lot of deer. So there'd be deer there, and then they would bed down in there. So I was watching this fawn, and I'm like, I'm gonna get that one because it was small enough that with my big backpack, if I would have done the deed, I had it all planned out. I was gonna gut it in the orchard. Take the guts, core it out, get it cleaned out, then get the guts, put it in the trash bag, because every day after I got through, I had to clean out the trash from the place, right? So I'd get the trash, and the plan was throw the guts in there, put it in the dumpster.
So you,
right? I had it all planned out because like I'm sitting there at night. You're hearing about like food shortages. You're hearing about like
toilet paper shortages.
You're hearing about all this stuff, and it's like, okay, what can I do where I'm at? And I had like no food storage anyway, so I'm like, okay, how am I gonna figure this out? So the ducks were step one. I mean, food. We never had to worry about food yet, but I was like, all right, ducks are phase one. I'm gonna bring food home from work. Use that. That deer that's over there. Oh, that's mine. I'm gonna get Bambi and Bambi's mom. Right? Like, dude, I had it all planned out because I'm sitting there. I'm like half incapacitated. I was like, I figure I could put a snare or something, try it, and then like get over there fast enough because it's it's on the east side of Provo, and so it's kind of a rough area anyway.
Yeah. So if somebody sees you running with a backpack, they're not gonna really think anything of it.
Also, the campus police officer, I knew she slept the whole time. Dead serious. Dead serious. So, like, where I was, it was like this little, they had a roadblock, and people would turn in to come to me, and I would check them for COVID, and then they'd go in.
Did you have to give them a COVID test?
No, I'd check their temperature. This was during that, and then, like, if they had a vax pass, because if you got vaccinated at the state hospital, you could do that and skip the line kind of thing.
Oh, cool. It's like a fast pass.
Yeah. They call it a vax pass.
That's
so I would just like do checks like that. Or if people were coming in, we didn't allow visitors, but like there would occasionally be vendors and stuff like that coming in, like food deliveries and stuff. And so I would check them in. But like I'd be there all night, but Cindy, the police officer, would be over in her car, dead asleep. The way I know is because first of all, couple nights I'd walk over there and look over, gonzo, out. Right? And first of all, and then like honestly, she would have gotten in on the deer hunting with me. But like a couple times, someone would come in, and I have to radio her, and they come back and this is Cindy. Like it was like that. I was like, yeah, you were asleep. I know you were.
Wait, I have a question.
And one time I fell asleep and I scared my ducks. So like no joke. So like I had this chair in there. And it was one of those reclining camp chairs, because I mean I'm there all night. Yeah. Right? Like I'm gonna relax a little bit. So I sit back in and I fall asleep, and then I hear a car come, I hear a car coming, and I jump, I'm like that. And then this duck just flew in the air. Like, dude, we had like feathers. There was feathers in there and stuff. And the duck, like the car's pulling up, and like this is just like one of these like an event tent kind of thing. Yeah. And it just like flies out of there and it just goes over the front of this car, almost hits the car, and the guy comes up and he's like, there was a duck in there. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm surprised.
As you're not feeding it, you're like on the ground. You're like, it's okay, you can come back with this guy.
I was like, I don't know. But yeah, she came back because there was a dude duck and a chick duck.
So brown and green, basically.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I called them Fred and Sally, but they show up and everything. I just like give them the food, and they would just come in. They just like because like there was this table next to me. They just like camp out under the table.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like you could benefit. Do you have your hunter safety?
Yeah.
It sounds like you could benefit from coming hunting with me. Peeling a few ducks. I don't keep I want to keep them, but I don't have anywhere to keep it. Mm-hmm. So I could literally, if I get something and you don't, I could give it to you. Or whatever I get,
Giganto.
I give it to you.
I don't have a place to keep them.
You don't have you don't have a deep freeze? Okay.
No, I don't, unfortunately. I want to get one. But those two ducks, though, they wouldn't take up much space.
True.
Just wrap them in plastic, put them in my freezer.
That's true. Once you breast them and everything, like the breasts are probably that big.
Oh yeah. Well, I had a plan for the rest of the duck carcass though. So like.
Oh really? Like.
Well, there's mountain lions and stuff. I was gonna use that to lure them in and then just eat them.
Smart. There is a lot of mountain lions in Provo. Mm-hmm. My mom ran into one on
at
the trail, the Y.
They shut down the state hospital a couple times, like had lockdowns because there was some walking through the parking lot.
There's been a couple here, like they killed that neighbor's cat. I know that. Mm-hmm. I feel like Grandpa would benefit from a security system just to maintain that. Because
going supersonic now.
Yeah.
Supersonic?
Yep.
And for the first boss,
Super duper Sonic.
He's like, what do you
and you hear some slapping music.
That's why like I would love to go because like I mean I've got a decent sized freezer, but like and as far as wild game goes, Barbara has a rule. She's like, if you want to hunt and do that stuff, you do good.
Yeah.
As long as you get it packaged up by a butcher.
Oh really? She doesn't trust you to cut it up?
Not specifically.
Not specifically. Okay.
No, and then packaging it and stuff. So that way like, she doesn't see it as the animal itself.
Okay, so like basically like vacuum sealing it or okay.
Like vacuum sealing, wrapping it in paper, like whatever that is. And so I was like, okay, that's cool. It's like I think it's like $200 to get like a deer professionally butchered. So it's like,
or you could bring it to my dad and my dad and I know how to do it because we have a vacuum sealer. We have all the tools to do that. Wrap it in paper.
I'll tell her that I took her to a butcher and
just drive it down to my house. Like, here.
You just need just like some like random stamp to put on the paper and it'll make it look official.
I have a question.
Oh, but we also
it's like a little smiley face stamp.
Well, we also have friends down at Circle V Meat, so
see that's it. That's why I was looking there. There's a place in Springville. There's all kinds.
But I really think, honestly, I'm also just trying to like convince you to come hunting with me because I think we would have an absolute blast, dude. Like I don't think
we'd kill anything.
Dude, today I wasted 2 boxes of shells because I got a new choke tube on my shotgun and I don't know how it patterns. So every time I shot, it was either going like this or like this over the bird. And I was getting so mad. I about broke my gun over my knee. I was so freaking angry.
What does the choke tube do?
Gives it a little bit more range.
Just makes your barrel longer?
Yeah, so I'll show. I don't know if I have a picture of mine.
I just got like my regular shotgun.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Like,
I'm taking my choke tube out and putting my old one back in.
100% honesty though, I haven't shot a shotgun in a long time. My accuracy's probably shite by now.
Dude, ducks are big. When they're flying, they are big targets.
That's good.
But, yeah, so
I've never eaten duck before. Is it good? 100% honesty, I was just luring those in because those were all I had. If I could have attracted a peacock, I would have eaten the peacock. Like I don't even care. At that point, I was just like bringing them in. After I got done doing that, they had a problem because there was like a ton of ducks that kept coming in.
They're like, we're looking for Edra.
Basically, like there was a ton of them. And then Frank and Sally, I think they had babies like in the spring. I think there was like a whole bunch of ducklings there.
It's a bunch of baby ducks.
I think so. Yeah, I could have eaten a lot better.
Wait, what EF rating was the tornado?
What tornado?
You just said.
That was like 20 minutes ago. It was like in Salt Lake. Oh, not very
like
big.
What? 1960 probably. Like
no, that was in early 2000s.
No way.
Yeah, dead serious. Yeah. Took out like office building windows and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, like how wide was it? That's how you can figure out what. That's how you can figure out what rating it was.
Obviously, this is not a choke tube, Ezra, but that is a giant suppressor.
Oh yeah, I love that's from Silencer Cub.
Yep.
Those are awesome.
That's huge. But a choke tube basically looks like a muzzle brake on a rifle. It has all the holes and slots in it, but it gives it a little bit more.
All right. Omae wa mushinderu. Nani?
Oh, he got rickety wrecked. Look at that.
But like shotguns only really affected up.
I just got my new insurance policy.
So it's good.
So it's substantial, yeah.
But a choke tube gives you probably like maybe 10 if you're a good shot, because you have to get while they're moving across from you. You have to lead them enough. You have to find the right timing. You have to follow. Like it's a whole process. But the choke tubes do help. But I should have not switched my choke tube.
So it just messed up like the pellet pattern?
Exactly, yeah. I should not have done it in the middle of the season. I should have waited until I could actually pattern it with the right shells, the right thing. So
I don't know anything about that.
It looks.
You aim for the head so you can eat the rest of it.
Yep, that's exactly what you do. But my choke tube looks like this. It looks like on the inside.
Oh, okay.
On the inside of it. But the one I recently got comes out of the barrel, and it looks like that. It has holes in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Peyton, you want to hear one of Sonic's funniest lines in this game?
Hey, nice guy. Oh, sorry.
What? Okay, well, hey. This ain't late game night.
I didn't finish. Okay, but yes, I do.
Oh, it was a 99.
It was a 99?
The tornado. It was an F2.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Wow, why was I thinking 2005? Wow. Where have I been?
I would have been alive for that. I probably would have remembered that.
Yeah, this was 99, I guess. Oh, so it's the second tornado that's hit in Utah and resulted in a fatality.
I didn't want to.
Wow, $172 million worth of damage.
172. Well, they also kind of spawned in the middle of something.
Yeah,
it sounds like.
Huh.
But I don't know if you guys have read up on this, but Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake, is kind of like a ticking time bomb right now up there. Because how much water they've lost, all the chemicals from the salt, and how much salt there is like causing people to get sick. But it's coming up and blowing into Salt Lake, and people are like having to go to the hospital because of it. Like,
really?
It's basically like an environmental nuclear
disaster.
bomb. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
what chemicals are?
I don't know. Like, it's not like obviously it's not like phosphorus or sulfur or something like that, because that's not really harmful.
Yo, the Salt Lake smells like butt though.
Oh my gosh, yes it does. But Utah Lake is basically empty right now. Like, if you drive around to your dad's side of the orchard, you could probably walk out like probably 50 yards until you're probably like belly button deep in water.
Really?
Like, it is freakishly low for this time of year because they are trying to pump so much water up there because people are complaining about the smell, people are getting sick. Yeah. And I feel like if it gets super, super low, people are gonna, I think there's gonna be a couple.
Well, probably. Well, like, cause like I said, Salt Lake smells like butt. It is a terrible smelling. Like, the only time it smells good is when it rains.
Yes. That's very true.
But if you drive up, like, past the airport, head out towards Tooele, when it's raining, when it's raining out there, it is absolutely gorgeous.
That's true.
But then, like, any other time, literally 99.9% of the time, I mean, I don't know how often it rains there, but, like, enough that, like, it smells terrible every other time.
That's true.
Like, nothing against the good people of Tooele. Actually, yes, there is a little bit. But, like...
I have a buddy that lives in Tooele.
Huh?
I have a buddy that lives in Tooele. He drove down
Is he okay? I'm just kidding.
No, he's pretty short. He's like, what, like 4'11"? But he is.
So what you're saying is Tooele studded his growth?
Yep, that's exactly where I'm going with this. But he drove down for practice from Tooele every Tuesday and Thursday to Spanish Fork. Every 2 days.
That's a big old drive.
Huge drive. But he was committed to play rugby with us, so I applaud him for that.
Depends on the part of Tooele that you live in. There's a really nice drive. Go out there if you go out behind West Mountain. Drive out that way instead of taking the freeway. That way is very pretty. Yes. Oh, that's a great drive. I had to.
Because that takes you through Saratoga, that takes you through Harriman, and then Tooele, right? Or
no, you went further west than that.
Further west than that? Okay.
Yeah.
There's like I have never seen that attack before.
There's an old highway.
Because I know there's a road on the opposite side of the lake. I can see it from where my dad and I set up for duck hunting, but I did not know you could get to Tooele from the far side.
Oh yeah. Like I would go out to out there because like we had to. That's where the industrial scale company was for the farm. So I'd have to take our those big old scales that we used to put pallets on.
Yes.
Pallets and bins on. Yeah, I used to have to take those out there. And like the first time I did it, I went the freeway route, and then just went up past the airport. And just took the freeway out there. But then I got that old way or the one in the back because Carl told me about it. He's like, hey, you should go over there.
Does that cut your time down by going that way?
Barely, like 20 minminutes. Like it doesn't really actually.
Does it eliminate traffic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't run into anything. And that's why it was such a good drive.
That's
because
cool.
like I would love it because it was like always like during a cherry season. So it was like, yo, dude, because it still takes you like an hour or so to get out there.
And then an hour back.
Right, and then but the thing was is like so my dad would just say, hey, just stay there until they fix it.
Nice.
And so it's like, yo, I just kick it in Tooele for like 2.5 hours because. He said he's like it's cheaper for me just to pay for you to stay there and wait
instead of having you
drive back and drive up there like up and back twice.
That's actually sick.
And I'm like, those were my favorite runs.
Oh, I bet.
Because like when I got to do deliveries and stuff, that was like my favorite. Between that one and then there's this industrial battery company up in West Valley City.
I hate West Valley.
Yeah, West Valley's rough, bro.
West Valley.
It is time for you to get a watch.
10:50.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Are you excited for Christmas, Caleb?
Oh, am I? Yes.
What are you asking for this year?
What isn't he asking for? Let's start there and just work our way backwards.
Santa gonna give you the rest of your stuff this year?
I told him if he's not good, Santa's gonna take a dump in his stocking. He's just gonna pop a squat right there on the roof, poop in your stocking, and nail it back up.
Oh, that's so funny.
I ran out of coal, so
I told Elena
this is the next
Santa
best
Claus
thing.
is gonna clean out the reindeer stalls and dump it in her stocking.
Elena
It's gonna be full of reindeer poop. Because I told Caleb that and she laughed and thought it was funny. I was like, "Hey, what are you laughing about? Santa Claus is gonna have Rudolph back his butt up and poop in your stocking."
It would be glowing red poop.
Blowing it
I
nice.
think so. Just because it's Rudolph's.
Speaking of Santa Claus, have you guys seen the new TV series that they're coming out with Tim Allen back as Santa Claus?
I haven't.
Oh, on Disney Plus.
On Disney Plus, new Santa Claus.
My
Christmas
dad
special.
said he liked it.
I didn't know it was out. We need to go watch that.
Is it out?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
I'm like 99.9% sure I've seen that, but let me check.
Because those are my absolute favorite. I do not like Christmas movies that much, but that is my absolute favorite.
Do you like Buddy the Elf?
It got old for me. Like I like it, but it got old for me.
Yeah, it is.
All right, everybody. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa! Oh my God! I know him. Oh, he's here.
10 a.m.
I like the. I really want to go see that new David Harbour movie.
Oh,
Violent
Night. I would love to see that movie.
That one looks hilarious. I'm excited for that one.
Speaking of hilarious movie, I want to go see the movie called Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
I saw the trailer.
Oh,
I was
it looks so good.
I've heard the story. I haven't watched the trailer though.
Dude, the trailer is amazing. It is so funny.
Down with that. Gotta watch it. What is that streaming on anything?
It's gonna come out to theaters, I think.
It's probably gonna be a rated R movie.
Well, we're all old enough to watch that. Besides Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb, you're not watching that. But yeah, Santa Claus is out.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, as far as Christmas movies go, claymation stuff I could take or leave.
Yeah.
Right, like original, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know, like you got that.
Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman. You know, those are good. Or stop animation. They're not claymation. But, like, you could do... I don't know. I could take or leave those. Buddy the Elf or Elf is, like, one of my favorites.
Same.
I still think... I think it's funny every
when
time I watch
watched Home Alone, I was laughing my butt off.
Home Alone, I keep forgetting about Home Alone. Home Alone's a classic. Die Hard is a classic Christmas movie.
I was just about to say Die Hard.
People are like, it's not a Christmas movie. It's literally a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Why? Because it takes place on Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it on Christmas or is it like close to?
Have you seen Die Hard, kid? What are you talking
The only
about?
Christmas movies I've watched.
He hasn't
The
seen
only
it.
Christmas movies I've watched is Buddy the Elf, Elf, and Home Alone.
Watch other ones.
What's Buddy the Elf and what's the difference between
They made an animated one.
a movie animated one?
It's good.
Yeah, it's
funny.
It's a musical.
Oh,
It's really funny though.
It's surprisingly good.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was. That's
Not
what we,
as good as the original.
Obviously, nothing can beat the original.
Nope, not true.
But
That
What about-
beats you.
Yeah, I think it's time for bed. If you're gonna disagree with your dad, it's just bedtime.
We got 6 minutes worth of lead time here. You gotta go and go to bed. But I think like Christmas movies. I don't know. Like I grew up watching the old black and white Miracle on 31st Street or whatever that was.
I remember watching that once.
The old black and white one.
My mom likes to watch the moderner one.
Yeah, I thought that one was way later. So I remember,
It's a colored one.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. Like, I'm trying to think. I just remember the old one.
yeah.
I just remember the black and white one. That's the only one that I remember. At least for now. But like I remember we used to have both of them. So we used to have the one in color, and then we had the one The black and white one. But I remember the black and white one. We used to watch that one more. My mom liked that one better. Because like that's one of the she used to watch.
Yeah, so
Mommy says to come in.
I don't know about the old one, but I know that the colored one is on Disney Plus. I think.
The Miracle on what?
34th Street.
Is it 31st Street?
34th.
Well, what about like the other 33 streets? Prior to that, they don't get a miracle.
No. Now they're just screwed.
Santa Claus just doesn't.
He's like, nah.
He's like, nah.
He's like, I'm too busy.
He's like, they're on the naughty list.
What are some other good Christmas movies? I know the old David. What is it? Not is his name David Crosby? The singer.
Bing Crosby.
Those ones are good. Those ones will always be a classic.
Oh, word, yeah. Yeah, with like Danny Kaye and stuff,
yes.
like
White Christmas,
Holiday Inn.
Oh, Holiday Inn, yes, yeah.
Those are really good.
Those are really good.
That's some like old.
Those are musicals I can get behind because that is good original music.
I'm down with that. Yo, I recognize Miracle on 34th Street. The Santa Claus is played by that dude from
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, yeah. What does she need you for?
She just needed me to get something.
Okay.
Really?
What does she need you to get her?
The phone charger.
Okay, that's good.
That's what Lindy can't wait to have kids for. Is just have them get stuff.
Your mom literally texted me and told me to tell you to come in there really quick to do that. That's so funny. That makes me so happy.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. I need to kick up some sand.
This game is really
If you
cool.
have,
if I wasn't broke,
I
would definitely buy this.
It's like, in terms of the Game Awards coming up, I think there's like a player's voice vote or category, and it's like neck and neck with God of War Ragnarok.
It's neck and neck with, oh my goodness.
No.
Mm-hmm.
If this beats God of War, the people that own PS5s and actually got to play that game, they are going to be so mad if this beats God of War.
Yeah.
Because even I know God of War is an amazing game.
Otherwise, the other
masterpiece.
Otherwise, the other top contender would be Elden Ring.
I can get behind Elden Ring though, but Elden Ring and God of War are basically the same thing without the iconic protagonist and whatever. So.
Word.
But if this beats God of War,
there's gonna be riots on Twitter.
I know you like PS5, the PS5 10. I know you like PlayStation, but I will love to see the PlayStation community just go in and uproar
implode
over this.
How come they keep getting like exclusive stuff?